we have seen the EMF. I, for your convenience sake, I will write it a little more legibly as EMF is equal to E right minus E left or E. There is a standard reduction potential. No, E naught of reduction minus E naught of oxidation. We take generally, we know on the left only oxidation reaction happen, so standard oxidation potential, and the right only reduction reaction happen. Standard reduction potential minus standard oxidation potential gives the EMF of the cell. Okay, E right minus E left, or this is you can even write as the E right, or you can even be cathode, E cathode, or then left is anode. Since in cathode reduction happens. Okay, so now we can find out the standard reduction potential of various ions using by connecting them to the standard hydrogen electrode. We have seen that also. Okay, so now the standard reduction potentials of most of the ions are all tabulated. So and then just reversing the sign gives you the oxidation. You also know that. Okay, so typically we have seen the Daniell cell or galvanic cell. So what is the EMF for the Daniell cell or the galvanic cell? It is found that in Daniell cell what is happening? The reduction reaction which is happening is E naught of Cu2 plus 2 Cu, isn't it? That's what is happening in the reduction. Okay, and what is happening in the oxidation? Zn becomes Zn2 plus. Okay, so once you know this reduction potential and this oxidation potential, both can be put in here. So, and we can get the recovered value. Okay, so this is found to be, this reduction potential is found to be 0.34. Okay, and then this oxidation, this is minus, and so the oxidation potential for this thing will be opposite of reduction potential. Okay, so this will be almost 0.73 minus 0.73. So once you add, you get the EMF of Daniell cell as 1.1. Okay, so this is the reduction potential and this is the oxidation potential of Zn2. It is generally in minus, so minus and minus becomes plus, so this becomes 1.1. So this is the EMF of galvanic cell or Daniell cell. Galvanic or Daniell cells EMF. Okay, EMF of Daniell cell or the galvanic cell. Hope you are able to understand. We may be doing more problems with using these formulas. Okay, where you will be in a position to understand them much better. The next thing which we have to know is the Nernst equation. Nernst equation is an important step in electrochemical reaction, where Nernst has actually tried to work out the EMF of, say, or the potential of, say, maybe any reduction reaction where M2 plus is getting reduced to M. M2 plus is getting reduced to M. If we were to find out the EMF of this, okay, so for this E is equal to, okay, E naught of M2 plus 2M minus 0.0591 by NF log Okay, so this is the Nernst equation. The Nernst equation, if you take an ion, M2 plus ion getting reduced, any metal ion getting reduced to metal, this is the EMF of the EMF of this is equal to E naught, the standard this thing, minus 0.0591 NF log Q. Okay, Q in this case will be, in this case is C naught M2 plus by M minus 0.591 NF into log of product is M. So 1 by concentration of M plus. Okay. Nernst equation, we will see lot of applications of Nernst. We have the formula is EMF or E cell is equal to E naught cell minus 0.0591 by N log Q. That's what I said. Where N here is the number of electron and E naught cell is the standard electrode potential and E cell. In case if the same is applicable, applied to a Daniell cell. If it is applied to a Daniell cell, E cell, you know, in Daniell cell, the thing involved is Zn getting converted to Zn2 plus and then Cu2 plus is becoming Cu. Okay. So, how it will be for Daniell cell? It will be E naught cell minus 0.0591 and what is the number of electrons involved? 2 here. So, by 2 into log, okay, log. So, what is there which is formed as a, the thing Zn2 plus is formed as a product here by Cu2 plus. Concentration of ions will be can be taken Zn2 plus and Cu2 plus. Okay. So, now this is the typical representation of Nernst equation for Daniell cell. Now, what are the advantages of Nernst equation? We using Nernst equation, we can derive the equilibrium constant. How to define equilibrium constant using Nernst equation? Equilibrium constant you know very well that we would have studied this equilibrium constant. Is a equilibrium constant is the sum of the product of the concentration of products raised to their coefficient divided by product of the reactants raised to their coefficient. So, equilibrium constant using this thing, equilibrium constant is K. So, we know at equilibrium, in general, at equilibrium, E cell is equal to 0. Why it is 0? Because the forward reaction and the backward reaction, they happen up at the same rate. E cell becomes 0. Since the E cell has become 0, the representation of the above equation will be E cell is 0. So, when we were to represent this equation, E cell is 0. Okay. 0 is equal to E naught cell minus 0.0591 by N. So, instead of this thing Q, it will become K, because we are only taking the ion concentration of the different ions. So, it will become equilibrium constant is a log K. So, this is 0. So, this is minus. So, what happens if it goes this side? So, E naught cell is equal to 0.0591 by N into log K. So, this is how we are, once the standard potential of the cell is known, the equilibrium constant can be found out, or if the equilibrium constant is known, we can find out the standard of the cell. Okay, understood? This is one application. So, other application is that it can be also be used to find the standard free energy change. the standard free energy change, whenever we say what is free energy, that is G, isn't it? G is change in free energy. We can easily find out the free energy change or the standard free energy, that is G, using NF E naught. Delta G naught is equal to minus NF E naught, where N is the number of electrons involved in the reaction, and F is the quantity of current in Faraday. Current in Faraday. What do you mean by Faraday? Faraday, 1 Faraday is equal to 96,500 coulombs. Okay, and E naught is the standard electrode potential. So this is a change in free energy. Change in Gibbs free energy. Delta G naught is equal to minus NF E naught. So we have seen the application of Nernst equation. One is to find the equilibrium constant, for which we have said E naught cell is equal to 0.0591 by N log K, where K is equilibrium constant, when is the number of electrons, E naught cell is the standard electrode potential. Okay, and we also have seen about the Nernst equation, applications of Nernst equation. So these are the most important things of electrochemical reactions, and then we have to see some of the batteries, because we know about the batteries which are used in torch light or any of this remote control and all. That is a dry cell or a Leclanche cell. Dry cell or a Leclanche cell. Here what happens, they are also like having this thing, but all these are all very handy cells, dry cell, and it can be easily carried. But only thing is, they have a set energy, and once on usage they become dead after some time. So dry cell or Leclanche cell, in this they have two types of reactions are happening, where Zn is getting converted to Zn2 plus 2 electrons, which are used by MnO2, manganese dioxide. Okay, and of course we have an ammonium ion, manganese dioxide, and an ammonium ion, ammonium salt and manganese dioxide, which uses this as MnO, uses these 2 electrons. Okay, they uses these 2 electrons, so this will be into 2. So this is a dry cell, where dry cell or a Leclanche cell, which we simply call as battery in layman's term. And this is once this is on continuous usage, it will dry down. So this is a primary cell, and there is also a secondary cell. What do you mean by a secondary cell? Primary cell has energy, and the energy dies down, or the capability dies down after some time, whereas secondary cells are called storage cells. What do you mean by storage cells? You would have come across this in your inverters or any of the car batteries, where these storage cells, they draw actually they are to be first charged. They actually store the electric current. Okay, they store the electric current which can be used. Okay, once that is getting used, it will get fully discharged. So then again they can be charged to get the required current. So they are reusable. These secondary cells are also called storage cells. They are also called this lead chamber. This type of things you generally see in any of the car